What is happening? Turbo Toys here. But you can call me Turbo, and today we are back out on the hunt, boys. So while me and Turbsky Senior was out running a few errands, I decided to pop into a few B&M stores because I keep watching people's B&M toy hunts and people are still getting figures like the Chase Rick Rude showing up. So let's see what we can find. And as we enter the first B&M store, it ain't looking good. They did have this blue Slammerbill with the Rock figure, but it's not nothing I'm interested in. And definitely a poor showing from the Elite section because they only had AJ Styles and the Finn Balor. They did have that Murphy basic and a few battle packs, but we're going to take that store as an L, boys. And hopefully we'll find something in B&M store number 2. Now I have had a couple of good finds in these stores before, and throughout lockdown, B&M's has been the saviour. Now we are actually hunting on Easter weekend, so the stores was pretty busy coming in. There was queues coming into the stores, so hopefully there would be something left here. And with it being WrestleMania week, they've moved all the rest in to the end of the aisles. But look at the state of this Roman Reigns. Now someone's unfortunately gone and stolen the Universal title out of that box. But regardless of that stupidity, there is a couple of good elites there and a good selection of basics. Now I was quite tempted to pick up that Eric Rowan figure, but I've got no use for him. So we've got a few AJ Styles, a few battle packs, a couple of titles, but nothing major. For the people that always wonder about the DC Multiverse figures, they do have not a big selection, but they have this Green Arrow. They've also got a Batman and a Superman. Now, not that I know much about these figures, but it is kind of cool that every B&M you go into, they seem to have a different selection for every one. So it's kind of cool, but this one stocks about 20 Batman. So on the other side of the coin, you kind of wish for more of a selection, but I'll keep searching. Now, this is my kind of search. You can't have a toy hunt without seeing Pearly. Class stuff. But overall, boys, we're going to take that one as another L. So we enter our third B&M store, and let me know what you guys have been finding during lockdown. Have you found any decent figures in your B&M stores? So entering the wrestling section, they have Macho and Andre the Giant. Now we was fortunate enough to pick them up, but other than that, it's just pretty much basics. Now they did have this Tegan Knox figure. Now I have got a soft spot for the British people, so like she's a Welsh girl, so I would like to pick that up down the road maybe. As we move on to the wrestling section in the aisle, now it looks like someone's come along and done a flying dropkick on the display. A couple of the Championship Showdown packs, as well as the Elite Finn Balor and the WrestleMania Elite Matt Hardy. We see hidden away under this box of Pikachus, we've got this old battle pack of Matt and Jeff Hardy. But then again, boys, nothing to really write home about. Now they have got this Cena and Wyatt WrestleMania 36 ring, but I don't think anyone's buying this. So as we enter the fourth B&M store of the day, and it still ain't looking that good. Now even though these WrestleMania basics are pretty cool, they did have an Elite Drew McIntyre there, but the box was in bad shape. One Andre the Giant, a couple of Championship Showdown packs, few titles, but I mean really, boys, there was nothing there for me. So the last two stores have been a big L. As we move to Sainsbury's, checking out them retro cardback Star Wars figures, there weren't much new there. And of course, they've only got 2 Charlotte Flairs now. There was 4, but now there's 2. Who bought them? But boys, as of the 12th of April, all non-essential shops could reopen, so we return to the mecca of toy shops in the UK. Smyths Toys. And we're going to jump straight into the Marvel section, because I promised a few brothers across the pond we'll have a little look. So we've got the Magneto, the Cyclops, the Omega Sentinel, and the Wolverine from the X-Men series, as well as a few figures from the Builder Stiltman into the Spider-Verse series. And I know that in the States that Peter B. Parker has been a peg warmer. They've also stocking figures from the Gamerverse series, and if it sounds like I know what I'm talking about, I haven't got a clue. So as we move on to the Star Wars, we take a little look at the Black series. Now they are stocking the 6-inch Mandalorian figures, as well as that Han and Luke in their Endor gear. They've also got the 6-inch Dagobah Luke Skywalker on the vintage cardback from the Black series, and it was at a reduced price. And of course we see the 3 3/4 vintage cardback figures from Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, and of course the TIE Fighter pilot from Return of the Jedi. And if you're into Star Wars, I would definitely keep a look out in your stores, because there's a lot of Black series on offer right now. But back to what I know best. And this is the first time I've seen this many AEW figures, including that UK exclusive Cody Rhodes that comes with the ring. We also see Hangman, Rio, Pac, Dustin, Nick and Matt Jackson, MJF, and of course that brilliant Orange Cassidy figure. Now I've got a few of the AEW figures, but the one I really want is that Sammy Guevara. Now moving on to the WWE Elites. Now they've got a good section with Edge, they've got a Davey Boy, Io Shirai, Rhea Ripley, Dusty Rhodes. I didn't see the new Jeff Hardy in store, but it was cool to see like King Corbin and Sheamus. And they still got a few of the older elites in, and a lot of these figures was at a reduced price of $17.49. So if you didn't get figures like Edge and Sasha Banks, like now's your time to get them that little bit cheaper. Even Angel Garza there at $17.49. Now I see that as a bargain. They've still got the WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble elites, also reduced. And then they got a massive selection of basics. which include not only the latest basics, but the WrestleMania basics as well. And it's my first time seeing the Tony Storm basic, and I must say I'm really impressed with it. I did look for the chase, but unfortunately it wasn't there. But it brings back the memories from Blackpool Takeover when me, Bubble and Squeak and the NWF was at that event. And what does everyone think about this new basic, Jeff Hardy? So then as we move to the bottom, they've got all the playsets. Now I must say, I've missed Smyths. And then to finish off, at one of the end of the aisles, they had a few of the older basics and a few of the older elites, which include figures like Braun Strowman, Viking Raiders, Finn Balor, Becky Lynch, and of course they even had the Undertaker Collector's Edition. And as well as a few older battle packs, I couldn't believe it, they've got this Ultimate Edition, Ronda Rousey, for £12. Absolute steal. So Smyths was only a flying visit, but we did pick up this Tony Storm. But boys, I can't wait to travel to a few more Smyths stores to see what they've got on the pegs. But that's going to do it for this one. Boys, let me know what figures you've been picking up recently, and if you want to join me on another toy hunt, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if you want more figure action, don't forget to check me out on Instagram at Turbo Toys. And until that next video, I will see ya when I see ya.